You are now tuned into the Cut Game radio show hosted by Groom City.
With the Cut Game radio show, we let them know we stay true
To the Cut Game.
Yeah, that's how we do. It's the Cut Game radio show, we let them know we stay true
To the Cut Game.
Yeah, that's how we do. It's the Cut Game radio show, we let them know we stay true
To the Cut Game.
Yeah, that's how we do.
The Cut Game radio show hosted by Groom City.
That's how we do.
Hey, what's going on? This is Groom City, and you now tuned in to the Cut Game radio show, #1 podcast for your hair needs. And right now, we just chilling up in the Cut Game studio, chopping up good game, chilling with my boy Tone. What's going on, Tone?
What's going on, Groom City? How we living?
Oh man, it's blessing, man. Every day is a blessing, you know. But today's a blessed day. Blessed day. How about yourself?
Oh man, I'm enjoying the day, man. I'm enjoying another day at the Cut Game Studios.
That's what's up. How was your weekend?
Weekend was awesome. You know, got my senior. Just went to prom this weekend, so
Dang.
was doing that whole prom thing.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So you had that prom budget this whole month. Huh?
Yeah,
you
know.
had to let it go.
Yeah, had to let it go.
Nah, I feel you. I feel you.
But Groom City had them tight.
Oh yeah, I had to bless my little nephew. You know, I had to bless him with curl sponge the top, did a little close fade on the sides, and you know,
Yeah, he was
put
like
that little
Clay.
thin mustache on him. You know, he was looking real grown.
It was that, yeah.
He was looking real grown. You know.
His chest was sticking out and everything. I was just like, you better suck that thing up.
Nah, that's what's up. Hey, so today,
What we got, T?
man, usually we have legendary barbers in here. I'm talking about barbers that's been doing it 2, 3, even 4 decades. But there's a lot of young listeners out there, and I've been having my eye on this young man for about 2 years, just eyeing his work, just a fan of the hustle. You know, one thing I see when I look at the top Barber Brand, I see the hustle. You know, one thing I see with this young man is constantly seeing somebody in his chair, whether they from the LA Rams, whether it's Floyd Mayweather, whether it's artists, you know, constantly seeing somebody in his chair. He constantly posting to all the social medias, you know. And I said I could see he's legendary in the making, you know, just based off his movements. I see that he's a legend in the making. So I want to get him on the show right now. So today we have none other than BJ Kutz in the building.
Yo, what's good? Groom City, what's
man.
good, man?
Chillin', man.
Thanks for having me.
Chillin'. Yeah, I know. Right now, you probably, you know, house calls, all type of stuff
Man.
right now. But you spending time on the Cut Game radio show, so man,
sir.
thanks for coming through.
No
Blessings.
doubt,
You
man.
know
Thanks
what
for
I'm saying?
having me.
That's what's up, man. So, man, how old are you?
24 years old.
Dang, 24.
24. I just turned 24 2 months ago.
Dang, bro, you got many years ahead of you. You know what I'm saying?
God willing. God
Man,
willing.
I'm tripping off your movement. Real
That's
talk,
true.
man.
Appreciate it, man.
Real talk. So how long you been in the cut game?
I've been in the cut game professionally for about 5 years now, since 2012. I've had amateur years prior to that, but I always count the professional years.
That's what's up. I can dig it.
Tell them what we call it, T.
Man, we call that on the grid. He's
On the
he's
grid.
giving y'all his on the grid
On the
years,
grid.
You know what I'm saying? Now off the grid, how long you been off the grid?
Off the grid, that was another 5 years.
See, now on this show, the Cut Game radio show, we celebrate on the grid hustle and off the grid hustle. Trust me and believe, we celebrate that. You know, that's what's
Okay.
up. So who put the battery in your back? How was the seed deposited in doing this cut game?
Well, see, growing up, I didn't get to go to the barbershop that often.
Why?
So I had a single mom.
Uh-huh.
So you know how it is. Like, they don't really know everything that has to do when it comes to boys and all that. So,
Yeah.
you know, when I did go to the shop, I really, really enjoyed being at the barbershop. So as time went on, I just got really, really into the whole aspect of the whole barbershop environment and, you know, the whole manly-ish type of situation, and, you know, just kind of ran with it from there. But what really set that seed was not being able to get a job, honestly. Like, I was looking for a job all through my senior year in high school, and nobody was hiring.
No luck, huh?
No luck, bro. I'm talking about my school's right here. I applied everywhere around it. Not one call back. So I was already cutting hair in high school. So I got to a point where I just kept cutting. I just kept cutting.
Kept doing it,
I just
huh?
kept doing it. And I said, you know what? I might as well go to barber school. I might as well figure out what it is I got to do to get my license, and we'll just go from there. And
So how'd you
that's what
figure
happened.
out from going off the grid to finding a school and on the road to being on the grid?
I had a homegirl. I had a homegirl who noticed what I was doing. I would see, this is before Instagram. I was posting my pictures on Facebook.
Okay.
So I had a homegirl that was in high school with me. She was looking at all of my stuff, and she happened to be dating a barber at the time. So she introduced me to this dude who I'm super cool with now. It's like my big brother. She introduced me to him, and he was just opening up his first barbershop. So I used to go over there and kick it with him sometimes, watch him cut here and there. This is my senior year in high school. And after a while, he just told me, like, if you're really about this, like, you might as well go to school. So he told me what school he went to, and they were around.
Now, what school was that?
That's the Academy of Barber and Arts.
What city? What state?
The city, at the time, it was Encino, California, and Van Nuys, California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Academy of Barber and Arts. They're not around anymore, but at the time, they were buzzing. Anybody that you know from the 818, chances are they went to that school if they're a barber in the 8.
That's what's up. So what did you learn at this barber school?
Professionalism, just being clean, being professional. I learned a lot because in reality, it's crazy, it sounds contradicting. They don't teach you that much. You know what I mean? They throw you in the water and then they make you swim. But in that swimming process, you really have to find yourself. You really got to figure things out. So I definitely learned all hair types as far as straight hair.
So it was a lot of straight hair customers coming in?
It was a lot of straight. Where we were at in Encino, California, I don't know if y'all ever been in Encino, California, but that's all you're going to see all day long. Just different type of ethnicities as far as maybe Persian, Armenian,
ain't no black
white.
people out there.
Not too many black people over there, point blank.
Yeah. No, that's what's up.
Yeah, but it forced me to have to target that type of hairstyle and master it. So by the time I finished school, I already had that in the bag. I never wanted to be that barber that could only do one hairstyle anyway.
Yeah.
So it helped out. It helped out.
So it added to your versatility, huh?
Definitely.
Nah, that's what's up. That's what's up. So then when you finished school, you sent off your paperwork. Was you nervous when that test date was?
Honestly, I wasn't nervous. I was more so anxious. You know what I'm saying? I probably got nervous the day of. The day of the test I'm just tripping all over for no reason all of a sudden. But that's just how it is.
Yeah.
When something big is about to happen, you gonna get nervous no matter. Otherwise, it's not that big.
You right.
You know what I mean? So it was just one of those situations. But got there, realized that we've been doing this every day for the past year. This like the back of your hand. So, went in there, did my thing, and everybody in my group passed except for one person.
Wow.
The day I took my test, and we all knew that he failed as soon as he did what he did. He dropped his comb on the ground, and you're not supposed to reach on the ground during the state board test or even talk or anything like that. So he dropped his comb on the ground, reached down and grabbed it, and then realized he reached down and grabbed it, and he started tripping, started talking through his whole game off.
Yeah.
Before he knew it, he just let it go, and we all knew.
So when you had that license in your hand,
man,
how did that feel?
It was like winning the lottery, bro. I was 19 years old, you know what I'm saying? So getting that barber license at that age was everything to me. Everything.
Now y'all see why we got him on the show. My man had his license at 19. Was off the grid 5 years before that. He didn't stop this pace. We gonna get to the story, but my man, he been on that same pace since then. He's 24 now, so he about to give us the rest of that 5 years of that hustle.
Definitely.
So now you got your license.
I got my license.
Did you develop a game plan from there, or how'd you develop your game plan?
I had a game plan before I had my license. By the time I was in barber school, I had the whole game plan set out. I was in barber school with a close friend whose mother opened a barbershop. She already had a barbershop open and running. So probably about 3 weeks before my test, I went over there, paid him a visit, let her know that I was interested in working there, and she gave me all the confidence that I needed to get my license. She told me straight up, once you get your license, come on through. So that pumped me up and had me ready to go. So I got my license, and by the time I got up in there, it was just like it was really good. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't.
Now, did you learn a lot up under at this barbershop?
At the barbershop, I definitely learned a lot.
What'd you learn?
Learned a lot. I learned that you got to really, really go hard on every single haircut. You can't just for one, you definitely can't take no haircuts off. Not
Damn.
one, not even a lineup, not even a bald head. Every single haircut, you got to go in like that's your last haircut that you're ever going to do because everybody's watching. That's something I realized.
How
in
many
barber
barbers
school.
was there?
At the time that I got there, it was 5 barbers. I was the 5th barber. But after about a month, it cut down to 3 barbers. And for about a year and a half, it was just 3 of us in there eating.
Now, were you the youngest?
By far. I was the youngest by far. Both of the barbers that I was working with, they could have been my pops.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how that was.
So you was under that tutelage of
I was
some old heads.
Man, I was under some old heads, and it was what it was,
Yeah. Yeah, they was trying to school you
They was-
because I had my background kind of similar because I was in
Yeah.
the shop at 19,
Mhm.
and I mean, at the time I would resist the schooling a little bit. I can feel that they schooling me like dice,
Right.
but I was smart enough to eat
soak
the
it
fish and spit out the bones. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So
That's
I,
what's up.
I already know you was on the same
Yeah.
tip because I see how you moving right now.
Yeah,
you know?
I tried to learn as much as I could. You know what? It's crazy. I probably learned more by not even having any conversation with them, by just simply just watching them. I saw what to do, what not to do, and what I liked and what I didn't like, and I just ran from there.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, it was a real hostile environment. I'm not even gonna lie to you, like.
Now, what made it hostile?
Because I'm 19
Yeah.
walking into this shop. And mind you, I didn't tell you this part, but one of the dudes that's the barbers that's there used to cut my hair as a kid. So
Oh, wow.
he's watching me from, you used to be my client, now you're alongside of me cutting. He didn't really like that. For whatever reason, he didn't really like that.
He didn't like to see one of his clients
Nah.
being his competition.
Nah,
he
'cause
viewed you as competition.
exactly,
huh?
because that's what he ended up doing. He didn't view me as a brother that's coming in here to get my own. He viewed me as competition. So once you're looking at the game like that, you already got your own demons that you got to deal with. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you putting yourself into that, but
Yeah.
it really wasn't that at all. I wasn't trying to do anything to jeopardize his situation or change his situation. I just wanted to get mine. There was nothing I felt like I could have done to him. I was a 19-year-old kid, you know?
Hey, at the end of the day, I bet you he learned a lot from you too. You know, I guarantee you he learned a lot from you.
Yeah.
We supposed to learn. We supposed to all learn from each other. You
Definitely.
know, you can learn something from a baby, in my opinion.
Definitely.
For real, for real,
Definitely.
for real. That's what's up. So we got you on the Cut Game Radio Show.
Yes, sir.
And on this platform, man, I want you to let everybody know who is BJ Kutz. For those who may not know, who is BJ Kutz?
For those that don't know, I'm a 24-year-old entrepreneur. I've been doing my thing since 18, heavy, every single day, cutting since 18. 24 now, and I'm just doing what I do, man. Like, I was born for this. I really was. Like, I eat, sleep, and breathe barbering. Like,
That's
I'll be
what's
I'll be at the crib, and I'm off of work at this time, and I'm still looking at haircuts, or I'm still critiquing my own stuff, and
Yeah.
I'm just one of those people that I got that Kobe mentality, man. I'm never satisfied with nothing I do, so
you
it doesn't matter.
You the first in the gym and the last.
I'm
to
the
leave.
first in the gym. I'm the last to leave, and I'm gonna get there before you tomorrow.
That's
you feel
what's-
me?
that's what's up.
That's me all day.
I can dig that. Now, you say you're an entrepreneur. Did you start your business at this barbershop with the 2 old heads?
Yes, I did. That was the first shop that I worked at, and throughout my upcoming, I told myself I didn't want to be that barber that the customers got to look for. I didn't want to bounce around too many times. You know what I mean? So at that particular barbershop, that's where I started, and then when it came time to part ways, I ended up doing my own thing. I was mainly doing house calls, and recently I got a private studio inside the world famous Salon Ramsey. Shout out Ramsey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you
Now,
know,
where is Ramsey's located?
Ramsey's located in Atlanta. They got
Okay.
about 5 barbershops out in Atlanta. They got 7 total. They
Damn.
got one in DC, and they got one in North Hollywood. That's where I'm at. And
okay.
the way, just for those that that are not familiar with Ramsey, Salon Ramsey allows you to be your own boss. You know, it's not like you're working under somebody like a typical job would be. Like, you work at Salon Ramsey and you got your own private studio, private suite. You're literally running your own business. You got your own name, you got your own theme, and you're doing your thing.
what's
So
up.
he's allowed me to definitely expand my business through his location.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to Salon Ramsey. You
Yes,
know?
sir.
Now, how much square footage are you working with at your private
To
studio?
be honest, man, I should have stayed in school, man. I don't really know the square footage of where I'm at, but it could fit 2 chairs,
Okay.
but I only got 1 chair in there. It's just
Okay.
me in there, and I got like a little lounging area for my customers so they could just vibe out and chill. I got the TVs cranking up,
Got
got
it.
the art on the wall, you know what I mean?
Hey, so everybody real comfortable.
Yeah,
huh?
you chilling in there, man. You
Hey.
come in there, you probably don't even need a cut, but you gonna kick it.
Hey, y'all take notes, because basically what I'm getting from him is he has a lot going on, and it just adds to that experience when you come get a BJ Kutz. You know, you comfortable, you lounging,
Chill.
and he delivering that top brand barber haircut on you. You know what
Yes,
I'm
sir.
saying? So that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
So I know during all this, I know you had some setbacks. I know something,
Man.
some type of resistance, something didn't go your way, man. Can you please share with us some setbacks?
There weren't too many. Surprisingly, they weren't too many, but you know, life is crazy as a whole, so you're always gonna have some type of setback. But personally, when I first got to the barbershop, I thought that the clientele that I gained in barber school were gonna follow me over, and I thought it was gonna be like my first day was gonna be like some type of parade, and everybody was just gonna be all up in there. But it was the complete opposite, bro. I got to the shop, and I realized that I'm literally starting all over again from square one, and all the people that I thought were my clients in barber school, I realized they were barber school clients.
Now, how much did they charge at your barber school for a cut?
At barber school, they charged $5, so they were in there going crazy every day of the week.
So when you went to your shop, how much was y'all charging for cuts?
At the time, it was in Reseda, California. At the time, it was 2012. We were charging $15 for haircuts. That was the set price that
So
they
you
had.
really think that they was gonna
That 5 to
make
10,
that
that's-
jump? You know what I'm saying?
Man, I realized later on that nobody's really your client until they sitting down.
Wait, you gotta say that again.
I'm telling you, man, listen up on this one for real. All that's my client this, that's my client that. Y'all gotta realize these clients, they're only your clients when they are sitting down. As soon as they get up, they back to whoever the hell they were. You feel me?
Nah, I can dig it, and I 1000% agree with you.
That's
You know
game
what
right
I'm saying?
there.
For real. So man, what's your go-to tools?
I'm a wall fanatic, man. I'm a wall
Hey,
fanatic.
me too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
tell me, man.
I'm on that
I'm a wall
5-star senior.
You
heavy.
feel me? Heavy.
But
heavy.
it stopped there though. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
even lie to you. I got my Andes trimmers.
Oh
you know.
yeah, you gotta have.
So you
Andes,
wall all
man.
the way through?
I'm walling Andes. I don't discriminate because to me personally, I don't really think it's the clippers like that. Like, don't get me wrong. When I first started cutting hair, I had the Target clippers. You know what I'm saying? Like the Boo Boo clippers. So like when I finally got to Sally's, I upgraded. But at
Yeah.
the same time, I don't really think it's the clippers. I think it's the hand. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Your hand is really what's going to determine the cut more so than the clipper. You can still give me one of those Boo Boo clippers I started with, and I guarantee I could do a good haircut with it.
Yeah.
But you know, it would probably just take longer. So you definitely want to have the best quality. But yeah, I like the wall. I use the wall detailers. I use the Andes T-liners.
Okay.
I use the 5-star. I use the senior. Even the wall magic. Wall fanatic. Wall
That's what's
fanatic.
up.
I should have got
Now-
wall tatted on me, but I got Andes. But it's all good.
That's what's up. Now, what about your detachable? Do you use detachable blade?
Honestly,
clippers?
I used to when I was in barber school, but I haven't used metal clips in years, bro.
Years?
Yeah, in years, and not because they're not good or anything like that, but I just haven't used them in a while. Like I'm so into, I don't know what it is about wall, bro. They need to sponsor me someday. Like I really rock with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it gets to, I just feel like it gives the perfect cut.
Yeah.
And other clippers work, but what I've dealt with over the years is maybe this clip is perfect for this dude, but as soon as I throw it on the next dude, it's too low or it's too this or it's too that. So, you know, I felt like with wall, I can kind of manipulate the hair a little bit better. I can really target whatever texture I'm looking for. So I prefer wall right now.
I 1000% agree with you. And what I like about wall is that price point too. You know, if it's nothing to go grab 2 of them
Easy.
when that's your bread and butter. It's nothing
Easy.
to grab more than 2, but I buy them by the tools.
You got to, man. I got a set of tools in my car right now. I got a set of tools at the crib, and I got one at the barber studio. Like,
Wait,
you
I
gotta
need you to
stay ready.
repeat that one more time.
You gotta
prepared.
stay ready, man. You know,
Prepared.
if you always gotta get yourself ready, man, you gonna fall back at some point. You gonna lose at some point. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stay ready. So for me, I got clippers in the trunk right now. I got clippers at the crib for myself, and then I got clippers at the barber studio too.
Hey, I like this man right here. You know, I roll with the same setup. My man right here, I'm trying to tell y'all, Cut Game Radio Show, we look for talent, and we get talent in, and we have them share their secrets to their success. And right now, my man really break it down. I'm talking about practical knowledge, but my man's successful, so he's sharing this with y'all. So I hope, especially the younger audience out there, I hope y'all taking notes, and I hope this inspires you to have this type of movement that my man, you know.
Appreciate that.
So man, I gotta ask you, what does the role of a barber mean to you within the community, just in general? What's the role of a barber?
It's a good question. I think the barber role is a lot more than just giving somebody a haircut. What you got to realize is it takes a lot of trust for me to sit down and let you cut my hair. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of who you are. So what we play in this community, like, we are really, like, what I always tell my people when they come through, you walk in as a client, but the goal is for you to leave as family. You know? So my role is to just cover whatever grounds I need to cover. If you coming into the shop and you normally super happy, and all of a sudden you come in there and you stressed out or you bummed out, I'm gonna peep that. I'm gonna notice that, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna ask you, like, yo, you good? And before you know it, you're gonna be telling me all your problems. Or you might have an interview and you super excited and you just need someone to vent to in that sense too. We play a huge role in this community. We are overlooked in so many different ways for whatever reason. Like, they don't look at us the same way they'll look at a doctor or a police officer or a dentist or anybody else in that nature, but for some reason we're underlooked. But I feel like we're just as important as the doctors, as the lawyers, and as everybody else that's up there in respect.
Yeah, and I agree with you, and I think the reason being is there's no platform to really celebrate and really share that history
until now.
Until
The Cut Game radio show.
You know, to the Cut Game radio
You know?
show. This is where we gonna share history. We gonna really break down the game, but we here to celebrate. We here to celebrate the artists.
Yeah,
that's what we here to do. You
Yep.
know. Now, I believe in codes real heavy. You know, real heavy. I believe that it should be a barber code, a barber code that us barbers live by.
Right.
And when barbers violate that code, you know, it's disciplinary action.
Right.
And if there was a barber code, what code would BJ Kutz add to this code of conduct?
I got a few of them, man. And that's a good question. I would definitely have to say, for one, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Number two, don't get caught up in the hype. You know, nowadays, like, this is why I salute all the barbers that come from the era that came from before social media, because they were really out here getting it. You got to think about it. Nowadays, the way I came up, I had social media to back me up. So it definitely helped me out a lot. It doesn't take much from me, but at the same time, I had that help. You know what I'm saying? All the barbers that had to come up without social media, you got to salute them, because it was so much more harder. It takes so much more work ethic and quality and skill set, and that word of mouth is serious. So for me, I would say just don't get caught up in the hype. Sometimes people look at numbers and want to start trip. I'm gonna call it what it is. They just start tripping. You know what I'm saying? They get these numbers, these crazy amount. Like, you can't pay none of your bills with none of your followers. You know what I mean? Like, you can't pay no bills with no comments. You can't pay no bills with 800 likes. Like, I'm not knocking none of it. I'm just saying, don't lose yourself in the process of it. I know a lot of barbers, they might have a couple hundred followers, but their work is crazy. And then I see another group of barbers, and they might have almost 100,000 followers, and the work ain't really all that. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, just don't lose yourself. Remember why you came in the game. The undercutting gotta stop. The undercutting gotta stop. You don't like, this person cuts this person. Stop DMing his client, telling them that you'll charge him less or that you won't even charge him at all.
Hey,
that's gotta
he's
stop.
giving
That's
real
gotta
game
stop.
right now.
He giving a whole nother part of the
That's
undercutting
gotta
game.
stop.
I didn't know y'all was undercutting people through your
man.
direct messages.
Oh,
Damn.
come on.
Man, I'm
You know what I'm
telling
saying? Damn, that's
I've only had 24 years on this earth, and I've only had 5 professionally, but definitely, man, I've experienced that for sure, and it's not cool. You know what I mean? Like, and at the same time, like I said earlier, nobody's really your client like that. They're only your client when they sit down. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has the freedom to do whatever it is that they want to do. As long as you bring your A game, they're gonna keep rocking with you. But the undercutting and the sneakiness and the sneak dissing and all that, all throwing shots, it's gotta stop, man. It's gotta stop because everybody else supports each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of whack that we tear each other down and bring each other down. We gotta continue to move on. Like, there's what I realized in my career, I get more love from people that I've never even met. Than from the people that actually saw me in the mud, wipe off the mud and get clean all of a sudden. Like, I get more love from them.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Join the club. Join the
Man,
club on that one.
you know what I'm saying?
Join the club on that one. But straight up, my man, the Cut Game Radio Show, we like I said earlier, we celebrate the barbers. We don't throw no shade. We about barber love. And we about barber love to the point where we'll have you on this show and you can be able to let everybody know what it is that you do.
Mm-hmm.
We not with the undercutting. We speak against that.
Yeah, man.
So
cut it out.
Just know in the future we coming out with that barber code of conduct.
Definitely.
But right now we about to take a brief commercial break and we gonna come back with more with BJ Kutz.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? We back from our break. Y'all now tuned in to the Cut Game Radio Show. We got BJ Kutz in the building.
Yes, sir.
And make sure y'all continue to send us those DMs at the Cut Game. Also, hit us with emails at thecutgame@gmail.com. So what's up, BJ? I know we was talking about barber code and barbers going in different DMs and trying to undercut other barbers and stuff like that. You know,
yeah, man.
Social media can get a little different,
crazy.
but I met you on social media. You know what I'm saying? I met you while we was, in traffic at different barber battles. But how has social media influenced your business? Mm-hmm. How has it helped your business? Just how you utilizing your social medias right now?
It's helped a lot. You know what I mean? It's helped a lot. Like, I would recommend every young barber, young and old, to hop on social media today if you're not on social media already, because it's free. You know what I mean? Like, we got to take advantage of what we have in front of us. We have a platform that allows us to display whatever it is we're doing. Now, whether people are actually doing what they say they're doing or not, that's on them, but we have a platform that we can really expand our business through, and it's free right now. I say right now because in a few years, who knows, it might be worth a couple dollars, or maybe even if it is like 99 cents a month or whatever it is that they decide to do, it'll be worth every penny, even when they do that. So definitely take advantage of social media, man. Like, you can't go wrong with social media right now. It's huge.
No, that's what's up. Now, as far as motivation, you know what I'm saying? You seem like you self-motivated. But I want to ask you, what gets you up in the morning to go do this time in and time out? What's motivating you?
Knowing that I still haven't accomplished that goal that I just set.
What's that goal?
I'm the type of person, no matter what I do, I'm never satisfied. Like, when you see my posts on Instagram, once I post it, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't look back to it. I don't dwell on it. I don't sit around on it. It's done. Yeah. It's what I did. I'm always the type of person that's worried about what I'm doing. What I'm doing is more important than what I did, because what I'm doing is a reaction of something that I did. You feel me? So I don't really like to get too much into what I used to do or what I was doing. What motivates me is knowing that I have multiple goals that I'm trying to accomplish. And of course, I've accomplished a lot of my goals already, but regardless of how many goals I accomplish, I continue to make new ones. So it never really stops for me. So my motivation is knowing that I just set a new goal and I got to make it.
Yeah.
And if I haven't done it yet, I got to be real with myself and keep pushing. And even when we do accomplish those goals, like I said, there's going to be a whole new list. So it never stops. It never stops.
So, man, what was your big break in your career? What was your big break?
I like to acknowledge everything that occurred, because I feel like everything that occurred was a milestone in its own way. But I guess you could say the big break was when I started cutting up NBA players.
Oh, okay.
My first NBA client was a man named Reggie Bullock.
Okay.
He played for the Clippers at the time. Now he's playing for Detroit. Shout out Reggie B.
That's what's up.
It was a really dope experience, you know. Like, it was a house call. I pulled up on him, and as soon as I get there, he tells me that he's got a couple homies that are in the league that need cuts too. So it went from 1 to 3 in a matter of seconds, and it's my first time working with that type of clientele. So it was real cool, you know what I mean? Situations like that, it took me from literally cutting hair in the locker room of my high school to the backyard of my house to the barber shop to now I'm pulling up at houses. I'm going to recording studios. I'm inside of hotels and I'm doing haircuts, you know? So it definitely took me to the next notch after I started cutting up that type of crowd.
That's what's up. Now, what was that celebrity where you was like, man, I got what's the name in the chair right now? You know?
What really got me to that point, the first time, at least that first feeling like that, that happened to when I was cutting up the homie Jeremiah, the R&B singer from Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know his cousin, who is also an R&B singer, Willie Taylor, and he's from the group Day 26 back in the day. And come to find out, Willie and Jeremiah are blood cousins. Damn. So I'm cutting up Willie all this time, and mind you, this is from him traveling back and forth whenever he's in town to LA, so it wasn't really on a consistent level yet. So he finally moved to LA, and then we got to a point where it was a regular situation, and then one day out the blue, he just hit me and was like, yo, can you come to the studio? And I'm like, yeah, of course. So he was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna ask Jeremiah if he need a cut too. So in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, he just probably is just in the studio with him, or he just know him or whatever. And I'm cutting up, though, fast forward, now I'm cutting up Jeremiah in the studio, and I'm asking him questions like, oh, how long you know Willie? And he's like, oh, that's my cousin. And I'm just like, oh, snap, that's crazy. So it just kind of, it blossomed from there. Like, in every situation that it was like a domino effect, you know? Like, you start off with one, and before you know it, whether you want it or not, there's going to be a bunch of other heads ready for you, you know what I'm saying? So it was definitely just a good crowd, but that was a game changer for sure.
Now, what advice would you have for young barbers, maybe even older barbers, who want to transition from cutting hair in the barbershop to cutting celebrities, cutting artists, cutting athletes? What advice would you give them to help with that transition?
Find a way to distinguish yourself, you know, find a way to separate yourself from every other barber. And it's not necessarily a competition. Don't look at it as a competition, but just what makes you, you know what I'm saying? You have to stand out in your own way. So that's one thing. You can't be afraid to go up on your prices. That's another that's really
Wait,
major.
you gotta repeat that again, because we speak
that one
on
right there.
We're
at the Cut Game Radio Show, man. We going in right now.
Hey, we want y'all to get paid for your art form, for your craft. We want y'all to really get paid, man. Please stop pricing your services low. Right now, I gotta share something with them. The state doesn't regulate our prices. The city doesn't regulate our prices. Your town, your county. We as barbers create the pricing, regulate our pricing, and if you need an increase, no one's going to give it to you but yourself, you know. So my man said, what'd you say?
I said, you can't be afraid to go up on your prices.
So y'all stop using fear, because that's what it is, fear, from stopping you from pricing your haircuts accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Please stop with that. You know, you got to conquer your fear so you can get paid for your art form, man.
Definitely.
You know, that's what's up.
You can't be afraid to go up on your prices, man. Definitely.
Got to, you know. Nah, that's what's up. So, tell us about the Top Barber Brand, your brand.
The Top Barber Brand. This brand right here, this is for the culture. This is something that I feel I can do to bring people together in the barber industry. What we're gonna be doing with the Top Barber Brand, I'm gonna be sponsoring barbers left and right from different cities, different regions of the world, and it's a promotional thing. It's a motivational thing. It's an inspirational type of thing. Like, look at it this way. Say, for instance, you just started cutting hair. You in barber school, and you're taking this seriously, and nobody knows you though. But every single day, you wear a Top Barber t-shirt. Everywhere you go, you wear a Top Barber t-shirt, Top Barber hoodie. Something on you says Top Barber. The people that you're around, they're gonna see that, and before you know it, that regular conversation that you would have when you passing your cards out on the sidewalks, instead of you having to be like, yo, my name is so-and-so, and I've been working for this amount of years, or I worked with so-and-so, you shouldn't have to really tell people all of that, you know what I'm saying? They should, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when you wearing the Top Barber gear, you are allowed to just, they already know what you do. You know what I'm saying? It cuts out half of the battle already by them just recognizing what you do by what you wear.
So the Top Barber Brand is putting training wheels on the new barbers that's just jumping into the game.
The Top Barber Brand is taking the training wheels off and having you just flow straight. You know what I'm saying? It's taking you from A to Z faster, because we're going to get there anyway. You know what I'm saying? But why not get some help? Why not get a little boost? So the way I look at it, when you're wearing the Top Barber Brand apparel, not only are you going to attract new customers, but even other barbers are going to see it and they're going to respect it. Even if someone, say you go up to someone and you pass out your card and they're like, oh man, I've been going to my barber for 20 years, blah, blah, blah. You can go up to them and be like, yo, I respect that, man. Yo, Christmas is coming up. Why don't you get your barber a new hat, man? Show him your appreciation. Show him how much you truly appreciate what he's been doing for you all this time. Like, because that's respectable too. If somebody tells me straight up, I've been going to my barber for 20 plus years, I'm definitely going to give him some dap. Like, yo, that's respect. Because it like I said earlier, it's hard, man. No one's truly your client until they really sit down. You know what I mean? So that
it's
type of loyalty
based off of honor, you know.
It's based off. It's a promotional thing for the culture. It's an honor type of thing. It's like our badge of honor, because no matter what, we're not respected the way we should be respected, and we don't always receive the recognition that I feel like we truly deserve. So I feel like if we're all out here rocking the Top Barber Brand, and you know, you're gonna have the regular styles, you're gonna have the luxurious styles and all the different trends to it, but when you out here rocking that, you're gonna be recognized for what you do before you even say it. It's about barbers being recognized from the moment they enter the room.
That's what's up. So if y'all trying to be recognized, I want y'all to look up my man, hit him on his DM. What is your
at the Top Barber Brand?
Top Barber Brand, and go ahead and support my man. You know, you support him, you support you. That's just what it is if you in the barber industry. You know?
Yeah, this is for the culture.
Definitely. Now I gotta ask you, man, how important is legacy to you?
Oh man, legacy is everything. See, I miss Jordan. You know, so I was born in '93, so I miss Jordan. Luckily, I got to see all of Kobe. Yeah. So for me, legacy is everything, man. It doesn't even matter. It's not about sports. It doesn't matter what you do. If you're not going as hard as you can, then you really need to just stop, because not only are you wasting your time, but you're disrespecting whatever that craft is. See, legacy for me is all that I care about. I can care less if I post a picture and I get 0 likes on the picture. My legacy is all that I'm worried about. When I'm gone, I want people to know this dude was really about barbering. This dude was passionate about it. It was more than the money. It was because he truly wanted to do this. Like, I know people that get into barbering because they say, oh, it's fast money, it's quick money. But those are the same barbers that you see don't really make it. You know what I'm saying? They don't last. You know what I'm saying? Because their motives are wrong. Yeah. But me, I came in the game, I was already cutting hair. I didn't know I was going to be a barber. I couldn't get hired nowhere. And that's when it kind of flipped. And I was like, yo, you was already doing this. Why don't you just do this? So the passion grew from there. So I was always interested in it, and it just developed over time. So legacy to me, man, if you're not trying to leave a legacy out here, especially like this is for anything that you do, but as far as barbering, like if you're a barber and you cutting, it doesn't matter what city you're in. If you're not trying to leave a legacy with your work and with what you do, you need to put the clippers down, man, because
Put them down.
the barber gods are not happy with you right now, and
Not happy.
you know what I'm saying? Like you gonna mess around and the power just gonna cut off on you because it's not like that's just disrespectful. Like you gotta give it your all and don't see, and I'm guilty of this. I finally got out of this stage. When I first came in the game heavy, I was seeking that recognition. I wanted y'all to know, like, yo, I'm doing this. Like, yo, I'm cutting this person, or yo, I'm only this age. But now, I'm only a few years older, but I've matured since I've been in this game. Like, I realized all that stuff don't even matter.
Yeah.
Like, I can, like, if anybody has been following me for as long as I've had my Instagram, you can tell that the past maybe year and a half, I've been posting a whole lot less than what I used to post. I used to post 4 or 5 pictures a day on Instagram, but now you might catch me post like three pictures a month, maybe. You know what I mean?
Dang, I thought that was bad. I've been doing.
Only-
I'm probably at 3 a month right now.
But the only reason I do this is because it's like, what are you really doing it for?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when I post these pictures, I'm done with it after I post it. Like, I'm on to the next mission.
Yeah.
But I just feel like if I'm not really reaching some type of milestone, or I'm not doing something that's that major in my own eyes, I'm not gonna post it. I'm at a point now where all the stuff that I wished I was doing, I'm doing it now. So it's like it would almost be pointless for me to record it every single day. Like it's like you got to get to a point where you really do something.
Yeah.
The goal is to be booked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not popular. So
Yeah.
it's like when you really are doing something.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, we got to
You
run
got-
it back.
Yeah, run that back. Run that back.
The goal is to be booked, not popular.
There it go.
Because when you booked, message. Because when you booked, that's automatic money. You're paying your bills. I can't pay no bills off of popularity. I can't pay no bills off of somebody's opinion on the way I fade. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you just gotta get to a point where you figure out what's truly important, man. Do you want your money, or do you want people to look up to you for some particular reason? And it's like, I feel like if you go about it the right way, the way that and you stay true to why you started cutting hair, you're gonna receive all that recognition that you were hoping to get at some point.
Yeah, you know what I noticed? A true barber, when it's really in your heart, when it's really something you born to do, you just want to serve. You know, you just want to serve, and that's the passion right there. And when you just don't want to serve, you get to a point to where you feel like your followers, you feel like your clients, you feel like they serving you. And a lot of people get a kick out of that. But at the end of the day, if you really about your cut game, you really about the barber game, then you just trying to find the best way to serve your clients, you know, best way to serve your clients, and then that's what it's all about. And so if you out there and you tripping off your followers, you tripping off your phone going crazy, and you feel like they're serving you,
You got your priorities
messed up. Straight up. It's all about customer service, providing the best service for the clients that's loving your art form. You know, this beautiful game that we call the cut game. So
I hear people talk all the time about, competition this and competition that. You need to be in competition with yourself. Stop looking at the next dude's Instagram and trying to compare it to yours, and stop looking at who's in the chair more than what's actually being done in the chair. Like, that's something that drives me crazy sometimes. I see it all the time.
Yeah.
Like, people will be going nuts over who's in the chair and they can't even see the work. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not forget why we started this. Like, whether you have a celebrity in your chair or whether you have a neighborhood hustler in your chair, like, it doesn't matter who's in your chair. Get the job done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Provide that service and just stay on top of your game, man. Don't do every cut like it's your last cut. Like, even a bald head, man, even a mustache trim, like, go hard on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we do. It's a walk-in billboard, whether it's good or... Have you ever heard of an okay haircut? I ain't never heard of an okay haircut. It's either fire...
I fix okay
or
haircuts.
it's not. We fix them. You know what I mean?
them,
but
you
there's,
know.
you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no true category like oh yeah, my cut is okay. Like that sound funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you gotta really go hard on these haircuts, man. It's either fresh or it's not. So it's up to you. You can always see for every haircut, you can always see how much effort was put into that haircut. You know what I'm saying?
But we also gotta let them know, besides the haircut, it's about that customer service. It's about the way you make the client feel before you begin the service.
Definitely.
During the time that you performing the service, and then after the service. That's what it's about. You know, a lot of times if you lacking the skills of BJ Kutz, you can still go out there and eat heavy.
Definitely.
If you really work on your customer service, really work on how you make people feel before they enter your chair when they done fooling with you. So
exactly,
straight up.
Like when I was saying, don't be afraid to go up on the haircut. I'm not just saying just go up on your price automatically and not do anything to benefit your client. Like make it worth that. You know what I'm saying? If you want to throw that number out there, make it worth it. If you used to charge $20 and all of a sudden now you charge $40, let them know why it's $40. Do something different. Add a facial, add a face wash, you know what I'm saying? Do the beard along with it, you know what I'm saying? Like throw the hot towel on their face, like, you know what I'm saying? Pull the razor out. Like don't just go up on the price and then they're wondering why the price is so high and you're not doing anything different, because then you can understand why they would trip off of something like that. But if you can justify your price with what your service is, like your service is going to speak for itself and they're going to speak on your behalf when they go on. But like I said earlier, when you are working with these people, you want your people to become family. Yeah. All my people, I don't even like calling them clients. You know what I'm saying? Like all my people, they walk in as clients and they leave family, because that's the type of bond that we build. Like they become so close that we can go out to the club afterwards, or we can go get some food, or you can come over to the crib and stuff. Look, you know, we can go to a football game, or you know, something like that. Like you don't want to just let it be to a point where, oh yeah, give me your money and then you gotta leave. Like nah, like it's got to become a little more. It's a personal job, you know what I'm saying? Like it's got to be a little more personal on our end as well. Like we got to make sure that we're not just limiting our people as clients. Like they become family later on. Yeah,
and I noticed too. Actually, few clients have shared this with me. A lot of times, men, you know what I'm saying, especially black men, you know, we don't have a lot of people to talk to. A lot of people, you know, we all out here struggling. You know, we in a system that we gotta overcome daily. And a lot of times, you know, it's hard to share that struggle with another person that's going through another struggle, because they might not want to hear it, you know. So a lot of times when they go see their barber, you know, it's a place where they can vent and just share with that person and just get that weight of what the world is putting on them off their shoulders, you know.
Definitely.
So, I mean, that's a whole nother important role, you know. So at the end of the day, you know, it's just key, you know.
Yeah, we got to be there for our people, man.
Got to.
They need us, and it's so much more than a haircut, man. Once you realize that it's more than a haircut and it's a full-on service, you'll get creative. You'll figure out a way to make your services better. You want your people to be chasing you. You don't want to be chasing clients, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You want them to be looking for you and bringing people to you, because they can't stop talking about how you made them feel when they was at the shop. I can't tell you how many people come to me with their homeboys or with their brothers or whoever. That's the way it's supposed to be. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You want it to grow like that, and it's the only way it's gonna grow like that is if you put in the effort to take your service to the next level. Don't just charge a next level price without taking your career to the next level. You got to figure out what it is that you might be lacking or that you could add, and you can go from there.
Yeah, on the Cut Game radio show, we refer to that as jet fuel. You want to stay on your jet fuel. You want to stay elevated. You want to stay on higher thoughts. You know, you want to stay on higher thoughts. Don't be on no low-level thinking with low-level activity, because that leads to undercutting your fellow barber, snaking your fellow barber, and you're not going to get the results that you're looking for. You know, but when you stay on your elevation and when you on your jet fuel, you're not even worried about other people, because you elevate. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You elevating. I don't care where you at right now. You elevating.
Exactly.
Change your mindset. It's all about mindsets, you know. So man, I want to thank you for coming
You
on the
already
Cut
know,
Game
man.
Radio
I
Show.
appreciate you for having me,
You
man.
know what I'm saying? For real.
This
for
about
real.
to be the breakfast club for the barbers, man. Those that don't, man, I watch interviews all day, bro.
Yeah.
So when you hit me, I was like, yeah, we definitely got to make this happen, bro.
That's
This
what's
is for
up.
the culture.
That's
This
what's
is for
up.
the
That's what's
culture.
up. So man, what's up, man? Tell everybody how can they
Oh yeah,
where can they get you?
you could find me at the Top Barber Brand on Instagram, at the Top Barber Brand, at the Top Barber Studio, and at Federo Industries. I'm a businessman, so I got a few pages.
That's what's up. Federo. I don't even know what that's. What's Federo?
That's my last name.
Say fedora, huh?
Federo. You know.
Nah,
Brother got hats.
yeah.
I heard of that brand. though.
Man, so yeah. Hey, y'all go follow Federo. Y'all go follow BJ Kutz. Y'all go follow the Top Barber Brand. I want y'all to continue to stay on your jet fuel, continue to stay elevating, and I want y'all to hit us with those DMs at the Cut Game, and also any emails at thecutgame@gmail.com. Y'all stay tuned. Peace.